Hey everybody, what's going on? Richard Hale here with teachingonlinebusiness.com. I want to welcome everybody to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about building relationships. We're going to talk about the 3 traffic types, what your goals should be for each traffic type, and how you can build and engage these traffic types as you turn cold traffic to warm traffic and warm traffic to hot traffic. So this is an essential lesson for you to learn because you need to know how to communicate with each traffic type. So let's get into it. So we'll start out with code traffic. So if you don't know what code traffic is, code traffic would be anybody that comes across you, whether it be your website, whether it be a social media platform, and they don't know who you are, okay? They've never heard of you. They certainly don't know you. And there's just no credibility there, right? So you've captured their attention somehow, or maybe they landed on it by mistake, but for whatever reason, it's a code traffic. So when we're dealing with this code traffic, this is the first time they're coming into our environment. So first impressions are very, very important, as you can imagine. So there's a few different things that we want to do with our code traffic. And the first one is we want to build credibility with them. We want them to know they can trust us. We want them to know that we have something that they may want, or we have something that they may need that solves a problem or gives a solution. So there's a lot of different ways that we can build this credibility. For one, we can share our social media content. If your social media content is given value, this is going to attract people to your social media platforms. We can also use white papers, case studies, testimonials. These are all great ways because when people see other people talking about your service in a good way, that's going to build a little bit of trust with them. It may not give it a complete trust in what it is that you do, but it begins that nurturing, that building a relationship, because the ultimate goal is for them to know, like, and trust us and eventually become a client or become a customer. We could do research papers and different things like that. Is a great way, kind of positions you as the expert. We could also use podcasts. We could use video content. Both are really, really good, especially video content. We could do educational content, and this is kind of what this video would classify under, is educational content. We can also do entertainment. Well, entertainment's great because not only does it attract people, but it can also educate people. If you're creative with your video content, we can use webinars and we can use consults. If you're a dentist or perhaps maybe you're a personal trainer, it would be appropriate for cold audience, people that don't necessarily know you, coming to your website or your platform and then filling out a form to do a one-on-one consult or a free evaluation or a free analysis or something like that. Even though code traffic and a consult wouldn't be appropriate for other industries, if you're a dentist and different things like that, local businesses, it's definitely appropriate. Another important thing when it comes to code traffic is our tracking, right? We should be tracking and pixeling all these people, whether we're using Google paid ads or Facebook paid ads or any other paid ad source where we're able to track them. That way we can kind of be in front of them when we need to be. On average, when it comes to e-commerce platforms, usually it takes people, 7-8 visits before they even purchase. And that could be true for people visiting service-based businesses too. So you want your paid ads, for those of you that are running them, and I recommend it for sure, but you want your paid ads to be in front of them. That way you're reminding them. Remember, they don't really know you that well at that point, even when they've had an engagement with you. And even a few engagements, they still may not remember you. So having your ads in front of them to remind them who you are, that is very, very important. And this kind of goes into warm traffic also. the segment is very, very important because when you get someone on your email list and you get to name the email and address, different things like that, there's a conversation that takes place. This is nurturing. You're building that relationship further for them to ultimately, hopefully, become a client or become a customer. So we can segment, we can do tagging and different things in our email software. We use ActiveCampaign. That's what I recommend. There's others out there, but for example, if I have a lead magnet and somebody signs up for it, we'll just say that it's a lead magnet on teaching entrepreneurs how to build a high ticket client business. So in that example, I can have in my email, I could talk about different topics, and considering high ticket, we could talk about our offers, or we could talk about automating our systems or something like that. And I can use tags within that email. That way, if they click on if they click on the automated sections, the automated links within my emails, I can know that that person is interested in that topic. I can send them to a funnel that is, I can send them to another list that only focuses on that automated content. So that's a real smart way. It's kind of an advanced tactic when it comes to email marketing, but it's super effective. That way, if you're a dentist and somebody clicks on braces, you could take those customers into another list that is only talking about braces, because that's exactly what you're interested in, even though they could be interested in other things. So you have to be careful how you do it, but it's super effective. We usually don't do this for cold traffic. They usually have to become a lead, and once they become a lead, they're warming up, and that gives you the opportunity to nurture them. Again, that kind of bleeds in to the warm traffic type. And last, with cold traffic, it is the position, and you want to be positioned as the expert in your industry. And we do this by giving value, doing all those things we said, like the social media content, case studies, testimonials, research, podcast videos, and everything listed there. So next is warm traffic, and this is where we're generating leads and we're getting some entry sales. So what I mean by entry sales is when someone spends money. It could be a $2 product, could be a $7 product, could be a $19 product. No matter what, that customer trusted you enough to buy your product, and that's a big hurdle to cross, because once they cross that hurdle, they're more likely to buy something else. So that's what I mean by entry sales. So we can have products and different things like that. For example, maybe we're doing that email that I was talking about, and somebody's clicking on email software over and over again. And if you are an email software provider, this would be a great opportunity to have an email that goes out that gives them some type of offer to do with email marketing. And again, that segment is super effective when you know how to use it right in your business. I highly recommend it. So we can do a lot with the entry sales. Again, once they buy, they're more likely to buy from you again, especially if what they purchase gave them a great result or gave them a great experience. So with generating leads, there's a lot of different ways we do this, and we can even segment those leads into different lists and stuff. That's super effective. I won't get into that too much. I won't get into that much, but that is another thing that you can do with email. But at this point, they're warming up. They're beginning to know us. They've had enough opportunities to see what we're about, to see what we're offering. If they're continuing to follow you, that's a great thing, with each email that we're sending them. Because if we're generating leads, we're connecting with them on email. So we're probably sending emails back and forth to build that relationship. So each email should be treated as a conversation. So you're having multiple conversations with them. You're warming them up trying to move them to a next step after they purchase some entry level, or you want them to, purchase a bigger product or purchase your main product, and you want to kind of move them into that hot traffic segment. But with warm traffic, you can use other lead magnets. This is a great time to have webinars for educational purposes. This is a great time to be doing branding content, such as a branded video. It's a great time to do softwares, demos, free trials, and different things to that nature. Continuing to do case studies, and for service-based businesses, continuing to offer that free consult that so you could get them to buy your product. And then that bleeds into hot traffic, and this is where they bought from you, they know you, we know that they know, like, and trust us, and we're offering our core services like a high ticket sales service, or we're to the point where we're trying to engage someone that has already bought from us, trying to recall to the sale, get them to buy something else, something different. And this could be a lot of different things too. Could be paid courses, could be paid training, could be some high ticket offers in there. It could be events, it could be one-on-one consult, it could be masterminds and different things like that. So by this point, it's trying to get them to buy our core offer. So you can see how each traffic type is different and how it eventually bleeds from one to the other. You need to be aware of the traffic types that you're talking to. You wouldn't talk to cold traffic the same way you talk to hot traffic. So if you're making a mistake of only talking to people in one list at one time, that's a huge mistake that I see a lot of businesses make, and that's why we usually introduce active campaign. I know it's what I do for my clients, and that's kind of what I teach for teaching online business to our students, is making sure they're well aware of this. And I know a lot of businesses, they don't use tracking and they don't use segmenting, and that's a big mistake. You have to leverage every opportunity. And if you don't know who's clicking, like I know some email software providers will give you open rates and different things like that for your email. But you need to know who's clicking what and if anybody's clicking at all. Because if they're clicking on specific links, you need to know that and you need to be following up on that. And a great way to do it on autopilot and doing it automated is with automated segment in your email software. So think about that. That's really, really a great tip. So I hope you found value out of this training video. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch. Our videos play a little bit of everywhere, but you're more than welcome to follow us because we're always doing videos like this, trying to help you and educate you. And at Teaching Online Business, we're all about helping you grow and scale your business. So you can visit us at teachingonlinebusiness.com. We have a Facebook group where we connect with our audience at the Masterminds Marketing. And you're more than welcome to connect with us over there. So hope you enjoyed the lesson. Appreciate your time, and everybody have a great